Hey everyone, welcome to Breaking Biscuits. And tonight, someone is going to win a 4-night stay in Branson, Missouri. And we can't wait to find out who the winner is. So we still have some time to buy tickets. So, Mark, let's show everybody what they can win tonight.
Let's do it. Can you go get your phone?
Take two. Well, Mark, real quick, we're usually there's just two of us, but there's four today. Maybe we should introduce our wives here.
Yeah. The powerhouse behind the whole thing.
Yeah, so this is Mara, and I got to thank her because I've spent my office is away from the house. It's in another building, and I've spent countless hours late at night sitting in my office and night after night, not night after night, but 2 to 4 nights a week just doing this, and it's well worth it. Matt's her brother. Do you have anything you'd like to share?
I kind of like him. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Well, this is my wife, Kelly. We've been breaking biscuits, 5 years now? Working on it. And it's kind of a big deal to present it to the world, but this cause is unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the cause, Mark, we just want to give everybody, I know the ticker's playing at the bottom, and you can kind of see where we're at. We're watching it, but there's still like this literally last chance to buy tickets before we do the drawing. And once we do the drawing, we can't sell tickets, obviously, because the property will be given away. But we're at 820. This time last night, we were at, I think, like 675. So we've had a tremendous outpouring of generosity from people. I know I went to church this morning, and several people, made gifts at church. And then even since we've been back, it just continues to rise. And our goal is 1,000. The goal is specific because that's what the need is. And we're at 820, and we can get there tonight, in the short amount of time that we have before we do the drawing. If you're watching live right now, and I hope you are, likely you've given. If you're here live, go find a friend, send them the link real quick, tell them to join, buy a ticket real quick. They can imagine you buy the ticket last minute and be the winner. That'd be awesome. But wow. They could jump in and do it even now. And we'll give you a chance here in a few minutes to do it. If you're online, you've given before and you want to give again, we'll give you a moment as well to do that. So, and we've got special guests coming in. We'll get updates. This is going to be a fun time. This is a celebration. The surgery went well, and this has been an amazing experience. And we want to celebrate the person that wins, Mark. I mean,
yeah,
this is an awesome thing. And I just want you to take a minute, if you would just talk about the journey that we've been on, the journey the two families have been on, and just kind of give us your thoughts around that, and then the thoughts around, winning this amazing prize.
Well, we talk about, doing something for somebody, and then you have someone. I was talking to someone yesterday who actually needs a kidney, and they have a 6-year wait, and her husband has a 6-year wait. And I said, have you been following this story? And she said, yeah. And I said, it's just unbelievable that a man in the same church, same community, was perfect match, willing to do it. And it's just amazing. And I think we talked last night before we left, the person who not only, I guess the person who bought tickets in a small way responded to the story. They felt moved by the story. They wanted to help. They wanted to be a part. And so in a real small way, they carried the spirit of Matt, like willing to give their time, willing to give and buy a ticket. So I want to celebrate that. Not only whoever wins, but all these people right here who bought tickets. Unbelievable. When Toby called me a month ago and said, we got to do something and we're going to sell 1,000 tickets. I mean, you couldn't hardly rent this place. It'd take a lot of tickets to rent this place for a weekend, for a 4-day stay. But
Right.
anyway, I'm guessing these are all the people who bought tickets, right?
Yeah, these are all the people participating in and I don't know that we've picked up the last few. So if your name's not on there, you are in the drawing if you bought a ticket, in the last hour or so. But yeah, these are the names that of all the participants. So it's just amazing. And Mark, I know I've said this before, but one of the things that I've been impressed with so much is when you think about Neodesha, Kansas, and you've been there, you're from the big city of Oklahoma City, and Neodesha is a small place, but to see the community rally around these two families has been nothing short of miraculous. And a lot of these names are people from Altoona, from Neodesha, from other small Southeast Kansas communities. And we want to thank, your church and what you did, because we've had a great outpouring from your church and some of the people in your church. And thank you for that and for sharing it locally there.
We just had someone ask online. And first of all, if you're online watching this with us, by all means, tell us you're watching, where you're from. If you have any questions, comments for our guest tonight, this is the night to do it. But someone asked when's the drawing, and I just want to tell them it's soon. So hang out.
It's soon. We're not going to stretch this out forever. It's soon. Just celebrate with us. It's coming up. We've got a couple guests, and we're going to do the drawing after that. But hey, we want to thank, and the drawing's live, so you're going to watch it happen with us. Mm-hmm. So, and that's the whole idea. And Monica Lambert. Let me see where Monica's from. Monica's from Neodesha, another Neodesha. She just bought some tickets just now.
Wow.
So, thank you, Monica. Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much for buying tickets. And it's not too late, Mark. People can still buy these tickets these last moments.
Yeah, but once it draws, the software is set, right? Once it draws, that's it.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. I mean, in fact, it's already set. So we can't actually change the time. We had to set the time when we set the campaign up. And so everything is set in stone, and we're rolling up on that time here before long that we'll find out who the blessed winner is. But back to the story. What is one of the things I told Pastor Joseph this morning, and I'll just share mine first, and then you can share. One of the things that I didn't expect to happen in this process for Matt and Chris was these are two tough guys, and I watched them drop their guards and be vulnerable with a camera in their face. And honestly, it was one of the most amazing things I've seen, short of giving a kidney away.
Oh yeah, it was just raw and real, really, honestly. it's just been a real incredible journey to watch and be a part of. And, you know, I've told you a lot of times, I hope and pray that if I was in that same situation as Matt, that I would make the same choice.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I think the thing that stuck out to me was every time we interviewed Matt, Matt or Lindsay, they would always be concerned for Faye and Chris and their family. And every time we interviewed Chris and Faye, they kept deflecting to, we got to help Matt and Lindsay. And I think that is the theme that I'm probably never going to forget.
Yeah. The unselfishness, the love for each other, and for this to happen, you know, we were talking about this earlier, and I talked to my sister. She called me, and I was telling her about what we were doing. She lives in another state, and I was telling her the miracle of the perfect match. And I'll never forget just the chances of that one person going in and being a perfect match. It's unbelievable. And speaking of the perfect match, we want to bring on Matt and Lindsay and get an update. Does that sound like a decent idea, Mark?
Perfect.
Well, I'll bring them on stage here. Let's see how they're doing.
Wow.
Hey guys.
Hi.
That's it. Well, Mara, this is someone close to you, so I think you should ask them some questions. Introduce them to us.
Oh, well, I think y'all know this is my brother. I call him my little brother, but he's not little anymore. But yeah, this is Matt Arnold, the one and only.
I didn't realize I got this burnt.
Yeah. So speaking of that burn, not that I'm going to take up some time, but you do have a butt kicking coming out there in the football field and all that.
Well, at least I didn't play.
Yeah.
Tell him why. Tell him what he did. This guy.
Yeah, no, you cannot be doing that. He was out coaching 2 football teams. And then today, where was you? At a baseball game for one of your boys?
Landon had travel ball today in Claremore.
Yeah. You're killing me, Smalls.
So, Matt, you just had surgery. You had a kidney removed Tuesday. And you're walking around. So just
Coaching football.
Don't make me laugh, Toby.
well, tell the audience how you're doing. Like just how you're progressing, how things are going. I mean, obviously the surgery went well because you're home.
Yeah. So once they figured out the pain management after the day and a half of torture, everything's been uphill from there. As far as getting around. But once I hit that second game for flag football for the boys, I forgot to take another pain pill with me, so it hit me hard. Even the parents out in the crowd came down and grabbed me an umbrella to sit under. And everybody just making sure I'm comfortable. I felt like I was back at football practice in high school, ready to puke on the field.
Oh, Lord.
How are you, Lindsay? Now that you're in this place of the journey.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm healing. So I'm more worried about him, of course.
Yeah. And how's it been like getting him home and all that?
Well, it was interesting. I mean, I feel like I done okay. We made it home safe without getting a wreck. We didn't die.
Yeah.
So I've never actually drove in a city. So going from like 1 lane or 2 lanes to like 5.
Yeah.
It was a little scary, but it was before, the heavy traffic came on. So.
And don't worry, she hit every single bump.
I didn't need to. I tried not to.
No, she did excellent. I wasn't even nervous, so, but I was feeling pretty good.
I'm pretty carefree at the moment, right?
I was dodging cars with my brain.
Yeah.
Well, you are an incredible inspiration, both of you, and we celebrate your healing. And we still need to sell some more tickets, Toby.
Yeah, absolutely. And Matt, I just maybe a little more serious question, but what were some of the things that you experienced during this process, maybe unexpected, just going through this whole experience?
Okay, so under pain management, first of all, no matter who you are, they treat you like you're addicted to painkillers. So the issue was I was already on a painkiller before all this called Tramadol, and on top of my other medication, they were supposed to be giving me that Tramadol the whole time. And then they couldn't figure out why I was in so much pain. Even after they took the IV, the happy button, we call it. They took the happy button out, and I was still needing that IV shot just to get through the day, basically. So that was the whole issue. They somehow forgot to add that Tramadol in there on top of pain meds that they needed to give me, because it's something I've been used to for 5 years.
Yeah.
Something that's already been in my body for so long.
Mm.
And then once it happened, they're like, "Oh yeah, we should have been giving you this the whole time." Well, whoops! It's only my torture.
We have Julie Larkey, who's here with us. Cheryl said she mentioned one Sunday to the person sitting next to her, "I wonder if one of us could be a match." So I guess there was a massive inspiration at Christchurch that day.
Oh boy.
It's incredible.
Well, he definitely got gingerfied.
Well, we'll see if his hair changed his color.
Yeah. Is he on here tonight too?
Yeah, he'll be on here.
Oh, good.
So you're doing good, Matt. You're healing up. You
Telepunching,
you've got
allegedly.
you've got a ways to go, right, before you get back to normal.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts or any other words you want to share with the audience? We want to keep you too long. We know it's getting late. You need to focus on healing. But anything you want to share with the audience? This is our last time we'll be together with them.
So all those times they told me that, yeah, it's gonna hurt. Now, if they would have figured out that Tramadol ordeal in the first place, we would have been great. So anybody who's wanting to donate or having second guesses, don't, because it's really not that bad. Once they figure out pain management, you're good. I'm just the one in the million that gets my meds screwed up and like to torture me, probably because I'm redheaded.
Hey, Matt, do you know Melissa Fogelman?
Of course.
She says, "Matt, tell your new kidney jokes."
Oh, Lord.
This would be good.
Yeah. So I made sure and came to
So
church.
is it kind of like
with-
man walks into a bar, one of them things?
Well, yeah, basically, like, yeah, you're in kind of pain, you know.
Yeah.
All these, I was reading them off a list, so I can't give them to you right now.
Okay.
But I had to make
Oh.
sure and go to church with kidney jokes.
She told all of us, "You're welcome, everybody." So we'll have to hear them.
Melissa was supposed to memorize it.
Well, I guess you'll have to do another live and tell us all of them.
Yeah, I'm only inspirational by my dad jokes.
Mark, we still have time for people to purchase tickets. Thanks everybody that's watching has bought a ticket and you're here to see who the winner is going to be. But we would ask you to consider buying another ticket or two. It just increases your chances. Where are we at right now?
Still the same. 822.
So we're at 822 tickets. Our goal is 1,000. And in fact, Mark, why don't we do this? Why don't we just do like a really short intermission? And I mean like 3 minutes. And we'll come back. And as soon as we come back, Faye and Chris is going to join us. And then shortly after that, we'll do the drawing. So we can't wait to talk to Faye and to Chris. Matt, last chance. Any last words? Anything?
No.
Any of that you want to throw out that way?
Oh yeah, in my brain I was thinking maybe 500 at the most. And that's just the people who I could count that loves me the most. But no. But no, this has been huge. People sharing that much. 800 and what? 22?
Yeah.
Good Lord. I might be able to feed one kid. That'll be nice.
You know, on that note, I heard something or read something that Pastor Ashley said this week. She said, do something positive with that $20. You know, $20 comes and goes. It's a trip to Starbucks, or it's you go to Target and you're $100 in before you even know it. But I love what she said. Do something positive with that $20. And you sometimes think, what will my $20 matter? But it does. It's like Matt just said. It helps to feed those kids. It helps to meet those needs of them while they're off work. And the 6 weeks off work with income reduced or no income, that's a lot. It's a lot, and it's a lot of pressure. And that's the point of this whole thing, is that you guys can heal. Both of you can heal, and your families can rest assured that things are going to be taken care of for you. So we just encourage you, even if you think your $20 is not, what difference will it make? It makes a huge difference. And so, and a reminder, 100% of the profit goes to the families. The vacation has been donated. The software that generates this fundraiser, there's not hidden fees. There's nothing taken out. There's nothing, it's hidden things going into other pockets. There's not. 100% of it goes into this fundraiser for the families. So we encourage you, even one ticket makes a huge difference.
That's a great point, Kelly. Somebody came up to me at church today and said, "Oh, we have enough to pay for the condo," and I'm like, "Oh no, the condo was donated." So
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
no worries there. It's all good. All of it goes to both families. So
Hey,
Mark,
before we
saying
take a
that.
break,
pardon
we
me?
want to give a shout out and say a big hi and thank you to Gary and Carrie, because they're on here watching with us.
Oh, awesome.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Gary and Carrie. Thank you.
I was going to tell you, with Ashley saying all that, she about stood her ground and started preaching it today, right in the announcements.
Wow.
Oh yeah, she felt it.
She's something. You got to watch that girl. She's a powerhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yes, she is.
All right. Well,
Hey.
Mark, let's take just a couple minutes. And the reason we're going to do this break, because we're literally getting to the very, very last moments to be able to buy a ticket. So we're just gonna put our logo screen up, but we're not going anywhere. And then as soon as we come back, we will have Faye and Chris. And I'm telling you, if you've not seen Chris since the surgery, you are going to be blown away how well he looks.
Yeah.
It is a miracle. And I can't wait for everybody to see and hear from him.
Hey,
So-
Toby, as we go to break, can you play the video of the vacation house again, just to remind people who just joined?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Chris has got that hyper ginger gene in him.
We know.
We got one of those. The word fireball comes to mind in my mind.
Yeah, just think of Carrie.
Okay, so we're going to take a short break. We're going to show you this vacation house, and we'll be right back with Chris and Faye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Good job, man.
Did you just call me a hooch?
Oh Lord.
He's high. Watch him out.
Look at Toby. He's the producer.
Well, the producer got caught on live TV making a comment, and he forgot to take Matt off the stage, so we got to hear something from him as well. But that's okay.
Well, we'll give you a write up and a warning this time.
Yeah, we're all real. So yeah, Mark, let's talk to Faye and Chris. Let's bring them on and
Can't wait. We have a bunch of people online, and if you're online, we can't tell who you are, but if you want to let us know that you're here watching with us, that'd be wonderful.
hey, Faye and Chris.
Hi.
How's it going? Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
There we go.
So, Chris, how you been? How you feeling?
Good, man. Now a little sore, but that's cool. Peeing a lot. I mean, kidney's working great. I mean, when they said perfect match, they weren't kidding. It's like I never needed it. You know, it took right off. Straight.
Wow.
That's amazing. We're so happy for you.
Thanks.
And go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't nothing. I just said thanks.
So
Can you hear
guys
us
are
okay? Just making
Yeah,
sure.
you're breaking up a little bit, but what we'll do is we'll pause so that kind of gives the audio some time to catch up. But just Faye, you guys are in by KU. I think you're at Chris's uncle's house. But how long will you guys be up in that area? Do you have any indication yet?
A bit of 2 weeks. And then after that 2 weeks, then they will evaluate to see if we're
Yeah, we're having a little bit of difficulty in hearing you. In fact, I wonder, hang on, let me try something. No, that didn't work. Why don't you try to turn your video off and then just talk to us through the audio and see if that'll work.
Is it better?
Okay, let's see if we can hear you better. So you were saying, how long would you be?
Can you hear us?
Oh yeah, so much better, so much better. So let's just do it this way.
So, all right. So yeah, we're gonna Kansas City for minimum 2 weeks. Then at the end of the second week, determined by my numbers and my labs, they'll decide if it's good enough for us to travel home or not. So up in the air for how long we'll be here.
So, what all does your recovery entail? Tell us about that part of your process, your journey here.
I can't lift anything over 10 pounds. I can't drive for 4 weeks. I got to take a whole ton of medication, doctor's visits, labs, multiple times a week. Just taking it easy and not overdoing it.
Chris, are you surprised how well you feel?
A little bit. I knew that I'd feel better. I mean, you couldn't feel much worse than I did, you know.
Right.
But yeah, man, I feel great, to be honest.
Wow.
I mean, the worst part's going up and down the stairs, and I don't do that much, so I have no complaints whatsoever.
Hey, how are you doing with all of this? How's your side of the adjustment journey been?
It's going well, regardless of any nervousness that I may have, that I may give them the wrong pill or, do something wrong, write something down wrong. Like, but other than that, I mean, he's doing so good. It's really a team effort in this recovery, trying to manage, like, the medications is just quite overwhelming. So the first time that we have to refill those without the doctor, that'll be like putting together a furniture project that Chris and I have had to do in the past. So it'll be interesting. So we'll see how it turns out.
Well, I heard that in the middle of all this, you had a birthday. So very happy birthday to you.
What a gift.
Thank you. Yep, it was the best birthday I could have had. Yep.
Amazing.
Couldn't ask for anything better. And I wouldn't have imagined.
Your anxiety. Remember, we had a little bit going in before surgery. Where are you at now?
It's different worry. I know that things are going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
That natural human side of me I know that I'm human. I know that I can screw up. Please don't do that. So and his kidney is working phenomenally. Like, it just blows me away. It's amazing. Matt jokes that he got the good kidney.
Oh gosh.
Chris and Faye, tell us, we know you're in Kansas City for 2 weeks. How are your girls doing back at home? And I know one's in college. How's the family?
Oh my gosh. So right before we got on here, our daughter texted us a picture of the car that said, "I don't think this is good." And she was on her way to Walmart. So that's how that's going. Call Papa, like, can't do anything about that. So yeah, thank God for family that's close. That's my biggest thing, is not being able to be around her, help when need, having to do things on her own. Her grandma's there with her to guide her, but she's making grocery lists and picking up groceries and taking care of the dogs, taking care of the house. And so she's doing a bunch of big girl stuff without mom and dad.
Wow.
It's a blessing, though. My goodness.
And Bailey's came and it is. Bailey's came and saw us a couple of times since she's in Lawrence, so that was nice. She's been a big support. It was a big relief because I was a little nervous. So when she came, a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have any? We're on a tight schedule tonight. I hate to cut you off, but we got one more guest, and then we're going to do the drawing. But is there anything you'd like to say to the listeners, Faye or Chris?
Yeah, and the donors, generous donors.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's given cash, given money, bought tickets. And, if you haven't and you're on the fence about it, all I got to say is don't let your meatloaf get out and get your tickets.
Oh, gosh. You got to love these guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't think of a better note to end on than that. So thank you guys. Thank you
hilarious.
for joining us, and most of all, thank you for being you, Chris.
Yeah.
That's the guy we love
Yep.
right there.
Yeah. What is your I forgot what his handle was when he says I forget. Do you know, Mara? He said I'm Snoop. I don't remember.
Oh, he called you the smooth
Yeah,
operator.
you're smooth operator.
Oh yeah. That's what-
So, Mark, we're rolling toward the end here, and literally, if you're, I won't say exactly what Chris said, but if you are on the fence and you're watching this,
Yeah.
you do have a chance to win this awesome vacation. So, just go to breakingbiscuits.com, click on the big old link there. It'll
Yeah.
take you to a Better World website. You can buy a ticket. Maybe you bought a ticket. You want to increase your chances by double or quadruple, but feel free to do that. And we're going to bring Pastor Joseph on, our last guest, and visit with him for a few moments. I'm looking at our schedule here, making sure we're on task here. And yeah, let's talk to him. And both, in case you don't know, I don't know who all our listeners are tonight, but Pastor Joseph is the pastor where both these individuals attend church. And what a blessing to watch this happen right in front of his eyes. So welcome, Pastor Joseph.
Hey, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me on tonight, guys. This is
Hey,
awesome.
I got one thing before you start, Toby. Gary Carey said maybe we should have a fundraiser and Chris could donate his beard.
Oh my gosh.
And Matt said, I already tried that, Carey.
Oh, Lord.
We're getting in the weeds here, Toby. We got meat stuff going on and fences.
Yeah, we got a lot going on tonight. I
Yeah.
told you to bring your popcorn. It's going to be a show.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew kidney would make a guy feel so good?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, hi, Pastor Joseph.
Hello.
So what's your thoughts? Like, you've watched this whole thing in front of your
Yeah.
eyes. Like, just walk us through your thoughts and how you view everything that's happened. And obviously, you're excited about the success of the surgery, but just tell us your perspective.
Yeah. So, we get some pretty amazing prayer needs that come through the church all the time. We're a praying church, and people feel like they can come and share those, and they know that we'll pray. And so whenever in the beginning of this situation, when we found out about Chris's need, we prayed for that need just like every other need. But this has been the most unique way that I've seen God answer a prayer in a church community in my life. I've heard of things like this other places, but if you don't walk through this type of situation with families, there's just no way to describe it. But really the blessing, there's several, but the blessing of seeing the compassion of Christ in our community for Chris and Faye and their family, of course, seeing God bring just a miraculous answer, even in a living donor. I think I saw a statistic that was like less than 30% of a chance of finding a living donor. That don't sound like a whole lot to me, especially if you're on a clock waiting for an organ transplant. And for to find that match that fast, we just believe that's a miracle from God. But and then to see just the real growth that's happened in these two families that have been walking through this together, and how it's affected our church community as well, and how it's helped us to build relationships that are closer. And I think maybe Toby and I were talking about something similar to this earlier today, but seeing, just personal growth in Matt and Lindsay and Faye and Chris, and just their willingness to be vulnerable in a really public space like this. I mean, it's been really encouraging. We've had some super encouraging things happen through this podcast, and I appreciate you guys doing it. It's really a situation where people who don't know them could really get to know them in a personal way, and really get to know their real story. And it's priceless to me. And so we feel so blessed to be a part of that story, to be a part of God's answer to Chris's, really life-threatening situation. And now he's going to get his life back. I texted him the other day, and I just told him, I said, it doesn't do anything but get better from here. And, he's looking forward to eventually going back to work and all these different things. And, whenever you guys had their daughter come on, when I watched that thing, I thought, man, that says it all there. When she's talking about being able to think about her dad being able to be at her wedding and all those things, there was a season in their life that they didn't know if that was possible.
Right.
And this is huge. So we're so grateful for what God has done, and really grateful that you guys have allowed us to utilize this platform to share their story really with the world. And I know that they know that God's done a great thing in their life, but we get to tell really the potential of the whole world through this platform. And so it's a major thing, and we're really grateful. And we all know each other outside of this podcast, and we all love each other, and so that helps. But what a gift Breaking Biscuits has been in this situation. I just want you to know that we see that God has really used you in a great way to bless these families. And I don't know exactly where we're at. I know the ticker tape at the bottom of the screen says 8 tickets sold, but that's huge. That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a huge blessing to their family, so thanks again. And thank you for having me on tonight. It's great to be here with you to celebrate, this what God's done. So,
I want to share one thing, Mark. You're actually the one that brought this up when we were doing a live podcast, and you were talking about the providence of God and how Faye and Chris was compelled to move back to Neodesha, go to Christ Church, and because there would someday be that Chris would need a kidney, and there'd be a man there that God would speak to. That was a perfect match that would give the kidney. It was just mind-blowing when you said that. And as you were talking, Pastor Joseph, I was thinking about Mark sharing that, but I was thinking about Christ Church. Like, that's the common denominator here. Like, you created, with God's help and the work of the Holy Spirit, but you've created a culture and set a table for God to be able to set all those circumstances in advance. So you're just a huge part of the story that sometimes we don't really think about.
Yeah. Can I, Kelly has a brother-in-law in a different situation, but just to give you perspective of how much of a miracle that is. You want to tell me?
My brother-in-law, this story hits really close to home, and I don't think we've even told Toby and Mara this, but the donor is Mara's brother-in-law. In a similar story, my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, is on a kidney transplant list.
Oh.
And he has been for years, and he's been doing dialysis for years, and they told him he's got 4 to 6 year wait.
Mm-hmm.
They my
He's
sister
already waited 4 years.
Yeah, my sister was a match, and they went in to do her pre-op, and they found cancer on her kidney, so she was not able to get, and they had to go in and remove the kidney that she would have donated. So this hits really close to home, and watching the way that this has, it's inspired prayer, and it's inspired people to come together and believe for a miracle in this situation, and it gives hope. I guess what I'm saying is we don't understand how much these little things that we do, our $20, and we're taking 15 minutes on Facebook or YouTube to just speak, it really inspires people to do and to believe, and it gives hope. And so even in my family, watching this and what's taken place, there's hope. There's hope for people who are walking through these same things. There are people in your life who are waiting to reach out and to help and to do things. People care. They care. People are still good, and this world is still good, and God is still good in the midst of all the darkness and in the midst of all the hard things we go through. So I say thank you to all of you guys, to Chris and Faye, and to Matt and Lindsay. Thank you for doing what you've done and for reaching out, for being vulnerable, because it makes a difference beyond what we even imagine. So
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, Kelly. Pastor Joseph, any last words? We want to thank you for joining us, but any other last thoughts?
Yeah, I just want to thank you all again. And we're really grateful to God for everything that He's done and continues to do. It's just been a privilege to be a part of it, and I'm looking forward to see who gets blessed with this vacation. I think that's awesome. But I can't wait to see what happens in Chris and Faye's life and in their family in the future. And, everybody that's donated is a contributor to the blessing of God in their future. And, man, that means a lot to me as their pastor. I know it means a lot to them as a family, and a lot to Matt and Lindsay for all of the support. And I would say, if nothing else, I think that on a humorous side, I think we need to pray for Matt so Lindsay don't have to tie him to a chair because he don't know how to feel and rest.
Well, he just posted, I got one more kidney to give.
Yeah, I think he's got to wait a while before he's eligible to give that one.
Linda Wheeler says she's glad everything's going well. So
good.
It's been a great journey, Toby.
Yeah,
it has. I mean, we started this right at a month ago. We didn't know what we were doing, Mark, and we scrambled to figure out how to use the software we're using. And I keep telling the same story over and over, but we were a week or 10 days in, and we were up to 70 tickets. And I'm like, I have no problem admitting my faith was small because I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do. Like, how evidently we're not doing something right. And it just, as time went on, people just got on board and it got momentum. And KOAM TV News shows up at the church and interviews the guys and Pastor Joseph. And it's just been blasted everywhere. And a lot of that has to do with the people listening to this broadcast right now. You guys shared the life out of these videos. And Mark, do you know what our total views have been?
About 60,000.
60? 60,000 people have watched some content of this story. And that is just absolutely amazing.
What'd you say we are? Two old men and a computer? What was it?
Yeah, instead of two, what is it? There's a business called Two Men in a Truck. It's a hauling company. And I said, me and Mark should name ourselves Two Old Men in a Computer. So anyway, thank you, Pastor Joseph, for everything you do us as a pastor and being a leader and an example to these two men and setting the table for this to happen. Thank you so much.
Amen. Yeah.
Well, Mark, we are at the wire.
Yep.
So we're going to do a quick break. We'll come back and do the drawing. You got literally 3 minutes left if you want to buy a ticket. 3 minutes is all you've got. So let's put this up and we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, while Mark and Kelly get ready to join back up with us, right in the wire, Christopher Lindsay, we want to thank you for your donation. And you are in the drawing, even though I think the way this is, let me refresh my screen over here. So the drawing is officially completed, but Mark, we have to kill 5 minutes because the system won't let me do a drawing until 8:05. And
Well, I got something to say. We haven't done this.
What's that?
We haven't done this. I have a thought. I want to thank our wives for letting us fumble around for hours and hours and hours and hours.
And hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, I wanted to actually ask you a question because and by the way, in true Breaking Biscuits fashion, we don't tell you agendas, and there's a reason for that. But we'll tell you now. The drawing is in 4 minutes, so just hang out. So, but Mark, we have 4 minutes, and what I wanted to really take the opportunity just to ask you, we didn't talk about this beforehand, but just talk about why it's called Breaking Biscuits and what Breaking Biscuits means to you. It's very personal, and for you and Kelly, and just kind of give us just a few moments of what that means and why people might be asking why this is called Breaking Biscuits.
Go ahead. I came to Kelly's house Easter morning on a Sunday. We had breakfast and there was 2 biscuits left. And I had been on this 5-year journey prior to this of knowing that vulnerability has got to play a role in healing and it got to play a role in the church, and we're missing it. And I felt God tell me that he said, I want you to take communion with Kelly. And I said, I don't have any bread. And he said, you have 2 biscuits left over from breakfast. And so we did it. You take it. I can't tell.
You know, the emphasis on, for me, it's the breaking part. You know, we're all so broken and we're all in so many pieces. And what you learn when Breaking Biscuits is an intensive, it's a ministry, but more an outreach to couples and marriages, but also just to people. But we're all broken. We're all in a million pieces. And when we come together and learn to be vulnerable and learn the power of our story, we learn that my broken pieces look just like your broken pieces. And that coming together and figuring out that you're not alone in that anymore, there's power in that and there's healing in that. And that's what Breaking Biscuits is. It gives us a chance to come together and learn that, yeah, I have been through it and I have put people through it, but I can heal and I can recover and learn to forgive and move forward, which is really hard to do on your own. And so, you know, through that morning of communion and through that morning of just being vulnerable, just he and I, Breaking Biscuits was born, you know, and it's learning to tell your story, all of your story, the good and the bad, and being able to heal.
And having a safe place to do that. Mm-hmm. That was the most important part. And someone to hold space, not even say anything, but just absorb it and validate what you've been through.
Yeah. Well, Mark, I'm going to take myself off stage for a second because I got to get my screen set up to push the right button. I've never done this before to do the drawing. So I got to get it all set up, and then I'll share the screen and we'll all watch me push the button and watch what happens. We'll see the winner. We're going to try to call the winner. We should have their phone number. I'm not even sure how to find it, but we'll fumble through it together if that works out. But if you could just maybe share a little bit about some upcoming events, you know, and what kind of Kelly was referring to, and I'll get this all set up for us.
Well, we're planning another Breaking Biscuits at the facility that someone's going to win here in a couple of minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the last one we did, obviously Chris and Faye was there, and I'm pretty sure we kept in touch with all the couples, but it was a transformative journey. Was it 4 days?
Mm-hmm.
4 days and 3 nights, and it felt like a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But it was everything I had dreamed of. Everything that happened at our kitchen table on Easter morning on a Sunday 4 years ago happened in a corporate setting with like 12 people there. So
vulnerability is messy and it's scary, and it's not a road a lot of people like to go down. But when you know you're in a safe place, and you know you're in a place where no matter what you've been through, you, like Mark said, you won't be judged for that, or there's going to be someone to hold your hand through it. There's power in that. And so we will be posting more information on our next Breaking Biscuits weekend. It's an intensive weekend. You come and you stay the entire weekend, but it's also a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot of laughter, there's a lot of tears. You're going to meet people and bond with people that you didn't know before, but they will be lifelong friends after this weekend. And so be watching for more information on that. We've partnered with Toby and Mara, and we do this weekend together. It's powerful. And I'm telling you, if you have the opportunity to be a part of it, you will not regret it.
Mark, the moment has come. I can't believe we are here, but we are. And I'm going to add the screen to the stage. Let me get it full screen. And literally all I've got to do is click this button right here, and the winner will pop up. So are we ready? I feel nervous.
Need a drum roll.
I like a drum roll. I actually feel nervous. I guess we've been talking about this so long. Everybody's like, Toby, would you just click your mouse? All right, here we go. And the winner is... Oh my gosh!
Congratulations!
Wow! Wow!
Oh, okay. I think we can call somebody. Yeah, let's call the winner.
Yeah.
We happen to know this person.
If you're just listening, the winner of the vacation is Resenda Murphy, and Toby and Mara are calling her now.
Ask her if she wants to come live and send her the link.
Yeah, do you want me? Let me send her the link.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a minute here. Oh my gosh.
So how do you know her? You guys are, is she part of the church?
Oh my gosh.
I'll let you explain all this.
She's Mara and Matt's mom.
No way.
I kid you
I don't
not.
even know how this is possible. This is so crazy.
It's crazy. Literally. So let's see what she has to say.
Providence of God, I guess.
Hey Cindy, are you watching the podcast? You won. I'm serious, you won. We're live. So the question is, do you want me to draw on somebody else, or do you want to keep it? If you legitimately want, it's random.
They're on the phone with her right now. If you're on with us live, Toby and Mara are on the phone trying to reach her on the phone right now. So We're waiting just a few minutes to see if we can bring her on live. While we're waiting on that, we just want to say thank you to everyone who's donated, everyone who's given and bought a ticket. As you saw earlier, the list of names was just endless. I mean, it just went on and on and on. It was just phenomenal. So Toby and Mara are back on. What did she say?
We can't hear you right now.
She wants to donate it back.
Okay.
So she doesn't feel right because she was just trying to help sell tickets and she bought a block of tickets. And
Now we're going to do this for an hour, right?
no, hopefully not. But I'm going to have to go offline, not offline, but hide myself because I got to figure out. I did this just in case. So I think there's another way to do another drawing.
All right.
Give you 1 minute to figure it out.
Praise God.
Well, we're still here with you.
Yeah.
So as you heard, we're going to redraw. There's going to be another winner. Rosinda has, or Cindy, as they're calling her, donated her vacation back. So someone else is going to win, and they're figuring out how to do that right now. So you got Mark and I while we wait.
I didn't get a chance to, but gosh, I just want to really thank Toby and Mara for, I don't know, was it like 3 or 4 years ago? And they did Breaking Biscuits with us, and light bulbs went off, and they felt exactly the same way we did.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I think they've experienced some of our experiences.
We love you guys. So grateful for
Love
you
you
guys'
guys, too.
friendship.
Well, Mark, I'm so glad I did this. I'm going to show everybody
All right.
up one for ineligible winner. So,
Which happens to be my mom.
which
So we're
her mom decided to gift it back. She didn't have to, but she didn't feel right about it. So we're going to do another selection,
All right.
a random selection. Hopefully Chris Van Ice doesn't win because he bought a ticket. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Woo!
Hey.
Go Gene and Kathy.
Wow.
Woo!
So,
Are you gonna call?
is Gene on? I don't know.
know. It doesn't tell us everybody that's on.
We can only see who's commenting, but
Gene, are you
the
here?
feeling.
Pastor Joseph, I know you're still there. Can you send me? I got it, but I don't know how to look it up. Can you send me his number? So I'm going to get his phone number and give him a call. So Gene is a legitimate winner. He's not related to anybody, so we're good. And I'm gonna try to reach him.
Oh. Cheryl says Gene gave up on Facebook today, so
Oh, we can still call him.
yeah, we can call him.
Yeah.
Hey Mara, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Tell us, give us some insight to if someone comes to Breaking Biscuits, who should come?
Well, I think that any couple that is
Gene?
wanting to get married or even been married for, hang on, Toby's hushing me. Hang on. Anybody that gets hushed by their husband needs to go to Breaking Biscuits.
Can we send you a link and just have you log in on your phone?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Or we could do it. Just put you on speaker, whichever you prefer. Some people don't like to be on video.
Send him a link. We want to see him.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link. You'll get it in just a second. And just click the link and we'll bring you on. All right, thanks.
So we have a winner. Who's answered the phone?
So,
Link.
are you there, Mara? Can you
Yeah,
finish your
I'm
thought?
Sorry.
Yeah.
So back to answering the question. I think that any couple, no matter how long you've been together, especially if you have individual healing within yourself, I think that there's things that come out that you don't plan on, and just having that safe place and building a relationship with a small group is so intimate. And knowing that you can be open, and then realizing that other people have gone through the same stuff as a married couple. And so it's just, I think anybody would learn something from going to Breaking Biscuits.
Yeah, I don't think you would have to necessarily be in crisis mode to come, right?
Right. I don't think you should wait until you're in crisis mode. Which, just to be transparent, I was in crisis mode.
Yeah, well, so were all the other couples, but we pulled through, and it was amazing journey.
Yeah.
So Gene's gonna join us live on screen.
Right. Awesome.
Just give me the link, and I can't wait for you to hear what he told me on the phone. It's quite funny.
Okay.
Yay.
Where's Gene from? Do you know? Can you tell us?
I have to do this. Pastor Joseph, welcome back.
Yeah.
Gene, tell the audience who Gene is for those that don't know.
Yeah. So Gene is a part of our pastoral team here at Christ Church.
Aw.
And there he is.
Hey.
Awesome.
I was sitting in front of Cindy this
Yeah, we're having trouble hearing you, brother.
Yeah, sometimes the phones don't work as well.
Yeah.
Let's. I'm gonna take you off, Joseph, and see if that helps. Sometimes. All right, Gene, go ahead. You might have to kill your video. We had to do that earlier. Kill your video, and then we'll talk to you. Yeah, let's try that.
Well, maybe he can log off and log back in.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We have it.
He's all professional.
All right, I think I'm gonna call it. Let's do it this way. We'll put him on speaker. I have to get it close to my mic.
Okay.
Hey, Gene? Yeah, I'm gonna remove you here and we'll just talk to you. You can click out. We're just gonna talk to you on the phone and let me make sure I got you. Can you hear okay, Mark?
Pretty decent.
Yeah, just speak up if you would, Gene. What do you think about winning?
That's pretty cool.
What'd you tell me on the phone?
I told you that we were sitting in front of Cindy this morning, so that must be the reason we won.
He said.
What'd he say?
He said he sat in front of Cindy Murphy this morning at church, so that must be why he won.
That's funny. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations. Have you thought about, like, if you won, what you would do with the property, like the vacation stay or any of that?
Not yet. We hardly ever win, so we haven't really thought about it yet. So it's either is whether we'll take family or church family, we'll see. One of the two, or both.
Hey, Toby, can you ask him what was his thought process, his journey of getting involved anyway in the whole process? Buying the tickets? What
Did you
moved
hear,
him to do
did
that?
you hear the question, Gene?
Yeah, I mean that was a no-brainer. We love them both. We love them all. And
Yeah.
wanted to get involved. So that's just, I mean, is no-brainer just to get involved. So we were helping them before, and this was just another way to help them. So
Well, thank you for participating and congratulations for winning. And just an FYI, you can get with me directly on scheduling your stay, and we'll get you a time blocked off for you. But congratulations, and this has been an incredible process. So thank you so much, and congratulations, Gene.
okay, it's been great, and it was so good to see Matt this morning. And we've been praying for them and praying for Chris and Faye, and we just can't wait for those two to be back. So,
Yeah.
Amen to that. All right. Well, God bless.
and you guys, thank you so much for putting this together. You guys are awesome. So,
Did you guys hear that?
He thanked me, Mark, you and Breaking Biscuits for doing this, and it was our pleasure to do it, just to be a small part of it. So thanks.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll be talking soon. God bless.
love you guys.
Love you too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Well, Mark, we have a winner. We have a couple evenings to ourselves again. I'm just joking. I'm so thrilled for this whole experience and to be a part of it. I wouldn't have done anything different than what we did. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I forgot to say it. There's been donations that people didn't want a ticket. So the total number, like the total donations and tickets sold, isn't the total amount that was raised. There's other funds that's being raised. The church does a thing on Sunday morning, and it's called Change for Kids or something like that. I might have it wrong, but all that goes for our Kids for Change. Whatever it is. I don't know. I don't pay it.
For a change.
Change for something. So anyway,
I got you.
all the money goes to this cause. So there's been, like I said, people give donations that said, I'm not interested in the stay. So, all those that have participated in any fashion or form, thank you. The two families, thank you. Thanks for listening to Mark and I rattle for endless hours on YouTube and Facebook, and doing our best to interview people and try to make this journey an experience to watch and to participate in. And honestly, the audience is what made this work, Mark.
Yeah. I want to also say that we're not done. We're going to keep doing Breaking Biscuits podcast weekly. And we do have an event coming up, hopefully in January. People can sign up. Do you have an idea of, if someone wanted to know, well, how much money was raised? Do you have an idea of what that would be?
Yeah. So let my phone refresh. So just on the tickets alone is basically, I'll just round up, $15,500.
Wow.
Wow. And
Amazing.
they're gonna split it, right?
Yeah, they're gonna split that. Yeah.
Man.
And literally one ticket at a time. I mean, in most, probably I'd say 80% came from small communities in Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot from Neodesha,
Mm-hmm.
a lot from the local community.
Well, it kind of just speaks to the atmosphere there, the whole community, not just the church.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm kind of grateful that the news channel picked it up right in time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Our two most viewed shows was Chris's story and Kenzie's story.
Aw.
Yeah, I saw that today, and rightly so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled for Kenzie, honestly, because she has her whole life ahead of her, and now she has a new chance at a different life.
Well, Mark, or Kelly, any last thoughts or words before we sign off?
Can you let everyone know when the next Breaking Biscuits podcast will be? Do you have any idea? Next week sometime?
I think we're planning on a certain day a week, and then once a month do a live or interview. But
So you'll post and let people know when they can be watching?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Thursday is the best day.
Yeah, we want to target Thursday, so we'll put something up on Thursdays. Is the goal. So
Great. And what will you be getting into on the podcast? Can you, obviously the last few weeks have been just about this project, but what will Breaking Biscuits, the podcast, be about?
well, vulnerability. Mark and I, we're not young, so we have a little bit of experience in this thing called life.
Yeah.
Bring those experience. Here's the basis of it. It's simple. Is if we could go back and talk to our 25-year-old self or our 30-year-old self or our 40-year-old self, what would we tell them?
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
That's great. So, if you're still watching, this is something you don't want to miss. Put it on your calendars. Be watching for Thursdays. And I'm sure the guys are going to post, when they'll be doing this.
Hey, Toby, and here's wine right here.
That's one of the things we'll talk about.
Right. The sand running through your glass. So me and Toby have been friends for 30 years, and our conversations for the last 5, 6, 7 years have been, and finally I said, we should record this. It's unbelievable. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn it on and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank everybody again, and thanks to Mark and Kelly and for your friendship. Mark, for your friendship. I mean, goes without saying. I just wouldn't be here without you. And we have this funny thing. We have a 911 button that we can use with each other, and
Yeah.
Sometimes we need it just because of life.
I like to just close and say we're better together.
Yeah. Amen to that.
We miss you guys so much.
Miss you.
All right. Well, that's the end of our live giveaway Breaking Biscuits broadcast. Catch us on Thursday nights on Breaking Biscuits. And until then, God bless.
As Max
Love you.
says.
See you soon.
See ya.